Barth discovered a comet and had just named it after himself when the comet changed its trajectory and headed straight for Earth. Researchers detected the comet and immediately sounded the alarm. The mayor also flew to Springfield immediately. The professor decided to launch a rocket to intercept and blow the comet into small fragments.
Oh, dear God, no!
Now, the residents of Springfield were no longer afraid. They were even mocking the comet. As the comet drew closer and closer, the rocket was poised for launch. Marge suddenly worried the plan might fail, but Homer had a backup plan. They would drive across the bridge to leave town. The rocket launched successfully, but it missed the comet and crashed into the bridge instead. The TV station quickly reported the accident and began a death countdown. People were now attempting to jump their cars across the broken bridge. Homer wasn't worried about the disaster the comet would bring, since after passing through the atmosphere, it would only be fist-sized when it reached the ground. But they were still concerned, so Homer suggested taking them to a shelter. Lisa was puzzled. Where do we have a shelter at home?
Flanders, open up!
Homer led his family to knock on the Flanders' door, planning to commandeer their shelter by force. But Flanders had anticipated this situation, so his shelter could accommodate both families. Soon, darkness enveloped Springfield, and all the residents gathered at the shelter entrance. However, it was already at capacity, and Flanders had no choice. Everyone had to return home and await their fate. Unable to bear it, Flanders gave up the shelter. But now the biggest problem was that the door wouldn't close. Someone had to go outside. After final deliberation, Flanders stepped out of the shelter. Homer couldn't bear to let him die alone outside, so he also stepped out of the shelter.
Cool!